Last week it was the miracle comeback. What would happen this week? Let's find out. Thanks to warriorsanonymous.co.nz, the online store where you can get all your Warriors Anonymous streetwear today. Head along, men's, women's, kids, whānau, you're all sorted there. Head along warriorsanonymous.co.nz and get yours today. Now the Warriors, after last week's massive comeback against the Tigers, they're going to take on the table-topping Storm. Melbourne Storm travelling over to Auckland to take them on at North Harbour Stadium. And the Warriors get first use of the football and then they give it up straight away. Straight into the hands of the Melbourne side, who you'll notice are wearing the North Sydney Bears uniforms here. A little bit of a jersey clash, so they've gone to their backups, which is the white, red and black. So what would they do with their early opportunity? Well, they give the ball off to their front rower. Steaming onto it there, Suli Pole goes over in the first minute. What a start for them. Straight off the turnover and right by the sticks there. Puts the ball down. Warriors coming back a couple of moments later. Kick goes up. Brandon Norris tries to grab it on the second take. But that would be Melbourne Storm possession. And they would work their way back up the field into good attacking position as well. And taken into contact here by the second rower. This is Angus Hinchy. Across they would come from Braddock, short ball to the other second rower. Preston Conn, the captain. And he is held there on the last tackle. Good defence from the Warriors. They hold firm. The Storm will come a knocking again. Back to Pole. And Pole will play it right out in front of the left-hand upright. They come back right side. They slide across. Numbers on the outside and off to the winger. The number 5. This is Luke Sassari. Big winger out there on the right-hand side. And he puts the ball down to extend the Storm lead. It was well worked out here. I knew they had the numbers. Beautifully worked from Hugo Peel, the fullback, and it worked its way out to Sassari on the wing. And they'd keep coming with some more pressure as well. Warriors under the pump here in the early stages. Ball would eventually get played back here to Ioane Lui. He'd come out to Braddock. Dylan Braddock gives it back inside. And here is big Xavier Lankilde Fale. He goes over, rampages over there. And the Storm are absolutely on fire at North Harbour Stadium. The in ball here to Lankilde Fale. Too big, too strong. The big fella puts it down. A few moments later, the kick would come up. And again, straight into the hands. Whoop, there it goes. Into the hands of the winger. And Sassari gets his second. Storm extend their lead here, going up to 22 points to 0. It was a nice kick from the boot of Eli Morris, the 5'8". The Warriors just getting in their own way there at the back. And Sassari couldn't believe his luck. It popped up and he was like, all right, sweet, let's take that. More attack coming up here for the Storm. They kick it over to Brandon Norris. What could he do? Warriors need something to get going their way. And here he goes, around a couple of defenders. Straight through Brandon Norris. Searing line break. The support comes up. A good tackle coming across. And he loses possession. Opportunity goes begging there for the Warriors. They keep coming though. Here's Emosia Ravose. The front row will play it back. They'll get 6 more. They come to the right with Junior Sikulvea with some footwork. Gets that little stutter step going. Proved so effective against the Tigers last week. Now they come right side this time. But Putoko puts the ball down. Careless ball, Putoko. Another opportunity going begging there for the Warriors. Good kick here on the following set from Jack Thompson. Warriors are playing good pressure, but the Storm are holding well. Repeat set coming up here. Sikulvea gives it across to Thompson. Short ball here to Alvin Chong Ni. And he is wrestled just short of the try line. Held up and will eventually play it back for Felipe Talisao. Tries the little manoeuvre up the middle. But off offside, the defence is up to it. Excellent defence here from Melbourne. Thompson, he'll have a go. See if he can try and crack it right in the middle there. But again, the defence holds. Across it comes from Jericho Felipe Talisao. Sikulvea. Winitana Patelesio over to Ratcliffe and Joseph Ratcliffe. A little bit of a hesitation. Tried to go himself there. And the kick would come across. from Jack Thompson. Sends it nice and high. Chasers coming through. The ball bounces through on the other side, and look out. Who is it? It's Moto Basikala. Back on the field. First time in quite a while. Had injury problems this year. It's Moto Basikala. Real exciting player. Had a great 2024 season. Absolutely sensational highlights. And here, just back on the field, and finds himself with the ball bouncing around. He dots it down for a try. Good to see him back. But the Storm, can they counter? Up 20-6. They get the ball away from Amaziah Murga. Back inside, and here's a run from Morris. Eli Morris, wearing jersey 23, but playing at the 5'8" spot. Let's have a look at it. We'll come out. Cutout pass from Hugo Peel out to Amaziah Murga. He's one to watch. Number 20 on the wing. Gets the offload away, keeps it alive. And Morris just spots a nice little line to run. Makes his way towards the end goal and puts it down. Storm here in the last couple of minutes before the halftime break. Can they get another try? They put it out to the left side again. Here's Murga. Amaziah Murga. And in he goes in the corner there. Too good for the defence. The Storm. What a first half of footy for them. They would go into the shed leading 32 points to 6. And here it was on the WA replay. Excellent interplay. They kept the ball alive, and out it came to Murga. Too good for the fullback. Jinks his way into the corner there. It is 32-6 at the halftime break, and the Warriors, well, they need to try and get something going here early in the second half. As they go to the last tackle, Thompson's going to send it skyward into the sunshine. Who's there? The Warriors compete for it. The ball comes back to Junior Sekulvea. Throws the dummy and breaks through a couple of tackles there. Junior Sekulvea. Hasn't been an easy day for the Warriors by any stretch so far, but that is a fantastic try. They would chase through on the WA replay. Excellent competing for the ball there. Patrick Moimoy got up to interfere with the fullback. And Sekulvea, the little dummy, spotted the gap, and away he goes. Get himself a great try. He was a hero last week. He makes another great play there. Warriors now, a little bit of head of steam. So they give it off to Moimoy, wrestling with them. They come across to Sekulvea again. The no-look pass. Well caught there by the number 16. This is Simivea Tupu. And up goes the kick from Thompson. Chase is coming through. Well caught at the back there. Murga, the left winger, got up and caught it well. Warriors keep coming. Here's Afor, gets the offload away. Good play by Gordon Afor. And Thompson is wrapped up 9 metres out from the line as they come left. Winnie Tanapatele Seal spots something up ahead of him, but he can't quite get to the try line. Last tackle now. Thompson sends it up. Norris coming through. One-on-one with Murga. And it would be the Storm who would eventually come up with the ball there. And the Warriors would keep trying. Thompson, he'd get the offload away to Felipe Dalisao in space. Here he goes. Gets rocked though. The fullback comes across. Good tackle. Hugo Peel got up and hit him. The Warriors lose possession. What could the Storm do? And they get very near to another try here. Right on the doorstep. On the last tackle. Brettle. Cut out pass. No, it wasn't. It's a short ball. Fooled everybody. Hugo Peel dished it off. And Mitchell Jennings, the centre. Look at this. Link to go outside. No. Short ball. Well caught. Slightly behind him as well. Mitchell Jennings. He adjusted to catch it well there. Put it out to 38-12. High kick coming up here. Warriors player getting taken out in the background. It was Junior Sekulvea. And a little bit of tempers just getting frayed here. Bit of push and shove. Nothing much in it. Not really sure what was going on there. Didn't seem to be a heck of a lot in it. But anyways, on we move. Here come the Storm again. Still funny looking at them in these North Sydney Bears uniforms. As it's played back from Tallis Abel. They come across to the left from Dylan Brettle. Nice ball on the outside. Jennings. And here's Murga down the line. The tightrope walker. Amaziah Murga. He is a smooth finisher and an exciting player to watch, moving up through the grades for the Melbourne Storm. He will be working his trajectory up to top grade, you would imagine. Nice delay on the pass there from Jennings. And once it got into the hands of this guy, number 20, he was going to go all the way. As they get down to the final moments here, and here comes Jennings again, trying to get on the outside. Having himself a good old second half here, Mitchell Jennings, the big left centre, wrestling with them. Quick play of the ball, loses his boot, they go blindside. And now it comes again to Murga. Here comes Murga back inside. And the try coming up here for Ioane Lui. And that would be the end of that. 48 points to 12, a good old-fashioned hiding. As the Warriors get the bye next week before they head off to take on the St George Illawarra Dragons. Big clash for them on Saturday the 2nd of August. Catch that on Bar TV Sports. And we will have all the highlights for you right here on Warriors Anonymous, of course. Until then, up the Wars. Go the Warriors!